Today's show has been crazy already. And as always, I want to thank everyone working here in the Pyro Radio building for making sure that this room is about 58 degrees because the aircon and the fan doesn't really work. Producer Lee is giving me the evils right now. But it doesn't matter, I've got our next guest live in the place, CARYS. Welcome, it's great to have you here. Well, normally I say how you feeling, but I feel like I'm dating you by saying that. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm living, surviving.
So is this just a weekend kind of flu? Is this a longer illness? How are you feeling at the moment?
It's just started. Literally, I think I woke up this morning feeling like crap. So I'm on my night nurse and my day nurse. We'll see how it goes.
Well, I can only apologise. I seem to have that effect on people. When they know they're coming to see me at radio, they're like, oh man, just not feeling great, man. Can't make it right now. Obviously I've been supporting your records for a little while and seen bits and pieces of you online. Like, I like your energy, I like your vibe. And I never ever want to start an interview off by saying something that might make the artist hate me. But my favourite drink is tap water.
Okay.
Is there a problem with tap water?
Do you know what?
Okay, as guys, we know what that means. Mm-hmm.
Asked me that last year and I'd say it's not a problem. But now, I've been on bottled water like mad. Just because I feel like you don't know what the government are putting into tap water nowadays. I don't trust it. Was there something that happened that made this change for you? Or was it just you just went, nah, not anymore? I watched the Danny Dyer interview.
Okay.
Danny Dyer is in The Daughter. Danny Dyer. Yeah, She was basically saying the same thing. She said, I don't drink tap water no more because you don't know what they're putting in there.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not going to drink tap water because Daddy doesn't drink tap water.
That's influencer power.
There you go.
Well, still water is still my favourite drink no matter where it comes from. As long as they tell me it's clean and drinkable, I'm in a good place, man. But I feel like I should watch that documentary, but I also feel like maybe I shouldn't because it might just end things for me right now. It is a very exciting time for you musically at the moment. There's a lot of heat, there's a lot of movement. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling about things?
It's crazy, like everything's happened so fast. Obviously we was working for a while and like it's annoying because you have so much stuff that you're sitting on but no one knows. Like even now there's still so much stuff that we're sitting on and no one knows about it. Like you've just got the 2 tunes right now. But no, it's so exciting, all the support and all the love and just the opportunities so far. It's been amazing.
You seems like sometimes when I'm watching artists kind of grow and develop, you can sense not only momentum but like the energy around it.
Yeah.
You know, anyone who puts up stuff on Instagram about how like they've forgotten the Nivea and the lips are dry and cracked. You know, that kind of energy, I'm like, I like that. Because you're not afraid to be yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and those of us who see it, a lot of people perhaps put out a different online persona to who they are, which must be quite damaging. But for you, you're just out there, you're yourself, you're enjoying the journey, you're doing your thing, man.
100%. Yeah, I feel like we all need to be ourselves. I feel like nowadays everyone's trying to be someone that they're not, especially with social media. So, yeah, why not?
Yeah, man, just be yourself, do your own thing.
Exactly.
So just before we started talking, we played English and Ghana, which is a track that I believe, it sounds like there's a little bit of frustration in there about people asking you certain questions and you just want to get it out there on the record and you don't need to ask me that anymore.
Yeah.
Is that exactly where it came from?
Literally. Now it's like when people are asking me where I'm from, it's like I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, I'll let you know where I'm from and I'll promote my music.
And stream my tune and buy my merch and come to my show and all this stuff.
Secure my bag.
Exactly, secure that bag. And then the newest record that I was sent to you, Figure Me Out, which, I'm not just saying it, is actually dope. Sonically, the 2 records, like tempo, the style, the energy, are 2 quite different tracks.
Yeah.
So was that a conscious decision for you to put out something that shows a different side of what you do? Or is it just, this is my music and I put it out however I want to?
Yes and no. I feel like, just like it was a journey for me, what we're putting out there, it needs to be kind of like a journey as well. So I feel like the music that I'm making is very versatile. And obviously already, like you're saying, you can see that. So we're going to push some more out there. That's very different to even the first 2 that we put out. Okay. Yeah.
Wicked. Well, we'll talk about that in just a minute. But before then, please give us a nice big introduction of your new track right here at Pyro Radio.
This is CARYS and you're listening to my new single, Figure Me Out.
At Pyro Radio, at JFreshOfficial, at CARYS.
There you go.
There we go. It's like I even know her socials already. How do we know about that, man? That was the new one. Figure Me Out. It's a vibe. It is a vibe.
Thank you.
and I see it popping up on playlists, on radio stations. Not that we're talking about other radio stations, but all over the place, man, which is just testament to how the record is building up momentum and pace. Are you happy with how the track's being received at the moment?
100%, yeah, so happy.
Wicked. You had no beforehand you were like, right, I want it to get this, or is it just, it's out there, how it's received and picked up, it's out, like, the energy's out there, what will be.
Exactly, you can't force anything. If people like it, they like it, and obviously the more we work and the more we put out, the more people start finding out what we're about and tuning in. Man.
Just like we were saying with the mics were turned off a minute ago.
In it again.
Exactly, yeah. It is Monday the 17th, is that right?
Yeah.
Which it's been drummed into my head to never forget February the 14th. Because my missus would go mad. I'm a great boyfriend. I look after her. I don't need to be like reminded about things. But for someone who perhaps has met someone new, and they were like, I'd like to take you out, but I've just realised that I've also kind of double booked you because I got a ticket to watch my football team.
So you know what? You don't give me a break. You watch everything. Oh my god.
So I won't mention that. It doesn't matter what football team the individual might support,
irrelevant.
But it was Arsenal. And even though you're not a fan of football, I believe, how does it make you feel that somebody wanted to take you out or nice you up the weekend just gone, considered cancelling that ticket to be with you instead?
Like I said, I don't know about football, so I don't care. Like, it's a nice gesture, but I don't know how much it means to him, so I don't really care. But I guess it's sweet. And obviously we went out for a nice expensive meal. Yeah. So
I love the fact you're saying all of this with your chest.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about football. I mean, to me it's kind of a gesture, but it's dead. Just get me some good food.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
That was nice though. And I got dropped home afterwards.
Yeah, so will you be seeing him again?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see how things pan out. I know you're very busy at the moment.
You've
got a lot of music on out there as well.
That's the excuse.
Away from music, I also saw something that I think is very dope. You were recently involved in a project that was about like raising awareness about homelessness.
Yes.
And you spent, was it one night?
Yeah, we spent one night camping outside.
In London?
In London, yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Oh my gosh. So we went there, and on the way there we saw like loads of homeless people on the street. So I was like, okay, like I'm already like trying to do my good deed for the day. So I was like, okay, let me go to McDonald's and I'll buy like some food, and all these people that I've just walked past, I'll come back and give it to them. So I've gone to McDonald's, broke my bank account a little bit, and as I'm walking back like to go to the place, I'm trying to find like all these homeless people. They're either like getting help, or they're not there, or they've fallen asleep.
Oh wow.
So I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do with all this food on me now? But eventually I met like a few people, and they were actually like, they were just telling me how they'd prefer money instead of food. And like the stereotype is, when they're asking for money, they want to use it to buy certain things. But me and my friend literally sat down for like an hour talking to two of these guys, and their thing was they'd rather money over food, because it's all right you giving them a cheeseburger and a small Coke, but 2 hours later, when no one's around and it's freezing cold, what the hell are they supposed to do?
What can they do? Where are they at? Yeah.
Exactly. So that was really like eye-opening. Anyway, so yeah, we went down to the event. We got given like waterproof emergency bags, and then I had my own sleeping blanket. So I think by the time we got there, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So
late. That's real late.
Very late, yeah. So we got there, chilled out for a bit, like just said hi to everyone, got some snacks and whatever, and fell asleep. Woke up at like 3:30 to like myself in a puddle. So my clothes were drenched, my sleeping bag was drenched, like the waterproofing didn't help whatsoever. Wow. It was like freezing cold, like my bag was wet, so it was horrible. But it's just a tiny insight. Like me, I could go up, there was like shelter, I could have got a hot chocolate and used the mobile toilets and dried off.
There was still some kind of luxuries there available.
Exactly, yeah. But it doesn't, like, you don't realise how hard all these homeless people have it, and they all, at the end of the day, they're still people with stories. It's not, every homeless person is like a junkie or this or like every single person had a story, and a sad story. So,
and was there anyone's story in particular that really kind of resonated or stuck with you?
There was a guy from a different country whose family moved here and started their own business. I think it was his dad that started the business. His dad passed away, his mum passed away, his brother passed away. So the business was just for him to look after. Obviously, that didn't work. So they went like bankrupt basically. And yeah, he like lost everything. And because he was from another country, like it was hard for him to get a job. So he started like stealing to make money, getting into trouble for that. And it was just, it's like an ongoing cycle.
Like a spiral.
Literally. So that was really sad. And yeah, he was so sweet, bless him. But yeah, and he said he actually made a friend a few years ago. Another guy that was in a similar position to him, and they'd been like best friends ever since. And they go around like they sleep next to each other, they beg for money together, they used to thieve together. I don't know about anymore, but although it's bad, I understand, because it's like they're not thieving to have all these luxury things. They're taking it so they can give themselves a bare minimum.
It's the necessities to exist. Yeah.
So it's sad, man, and it's sad that there's not as much help for people like that out there.
So seeing, if I can just cut you there quickly, so seeing and experiencing that yourself, and obviously some like deep stories and things that can happen to anybody in life. If people think that can never happen to me, life could be crazy. What things can be done to kind of improve those situations? And it's a big question, but you've had that insight. Maybe I haven't done that, so you'll have a better insight than I would.
I feel like just like there's youth clubs nowadays, like supporting young people who like are going off the rails or don't know what they want to do in life. I feel like there needs to be more of that for older people. Like, just because you're 21 plus, 25 plus doesn't mean you're not going through these same hardships that younger people are going through, and if not worse. So I feel like there needs to be more support from the government, maybe, or charities to support older people in positions like this, especially in London. It's so hard to set yourself right and have a good life in London because it's so expensive.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's some really interesting points raised there, especially about the support for older adults, as it were, than just like people under the age of 18 and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, that must have been a crazy experience for you. And we are at the start or the beginning-ish of the year, so looking forward to the rest of the year. I'll talk to you quickly about festivals. Do you think there's enough of that balance between male and female DJs, performers, rappers, whatever, regardless of genre, on festival lineups? Because it's been something a lot of people have been talking about for a long time.
I feel like do you know what, females are coming up. I know there's been a big imbalance in male female acts and DJs and whatever, but I do feel like gradually females are starting to come through and get the recognition that they deserve. Obviously it's not all the way there yet, but it's 2020, we can keep pushing for that.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Come on, man. Let's get people on stage if they're dope.
100%.
Doesn't matter where they're from, what they're about. 100%. If they're dope, let's get them on there.
Exactly.
Come on. Wicked. Now listen, I know that you're going to be shelling some festivals this summer as well.
We'll see.
Come on.
We'll see.
That means the emails have already landed with management, but you can't tell me. But listen, thank you so much for joining us on today's show. I wish we had more time, but that was great to not only play your records, but also talk about you and your journey and things like that. So you're always welcome to come back on in future. We can really get into it. Let's recap with your social media. How can people keep up to date with you and send you like Lemsip or throat lozenges or aloe vera tissues, because the cold, the flu is there. Let people know, man.
So it's Tia CARYS on Insta, Twitter and Facebook. That's TIACARYS.
You heard it right.